Mr. Brad Worden Show. And I have a lot of pods to review here. And this one's one I've been looking forward to. This is kind of a new one. Well, the crosses. So both of the peppers that they're crossed between are both kind of common. The first one is the Aji Charapita or Aji Charapita. It is known as the world's most expensive pepper. Now, some people debate whether that's true or not. They just say that on the internet. It's a pepper native to Peru. Normally, it's a little round ball-like pepper, usually yellow or orange. This one would be similar to what it looks like, but there's a little bit of a difference in here. So what Chris Miller did, I got these from him, some as a donation, which thank you for that, Chris Miller. What he did was he made a cross between the Aji Charapita and the Habanero, which is a good cross, I would say, because some people love the taste of the Aji Charapita, and then the Habanero has a pretty good flavor too. And then the cross between is going to make it a little bit hotter than the original Aji Charapita, somewhere in between the heat level on those. So they look more like an Aji, though they do have some of the curvature that a Habanero would have. Maybe a little bit of a nub tail on there, so you can kind of see that. So instead of being completely round, it has a little bit more formation to it as like a Habanero would have. So I'm going to try these out. It's a pretty new cross here, so I'm excited, and I think the flavor and heat level is going to be pretty good. So I'm going to try one of these white ones first, or yellow they call them. And then I'll kind of let you know the heat level and the flavor. Then I'll try a red one, and then I'll cut them open to see what they look like inside too. So here goes the cross between the Aji Charapita and the Habanero. Pop window. It's got a nice fruity flavor. It's kind of true. It's kind of between the heat. Kind of between the heat of the two. I would say heat level's probably like around like a Serrano level, which would make sense. Flavor is good. It's nice and crispy, fruity, but a good heat level. So unless you have good heat tolerance, heat tolerance would probably be about an 8 for an average person. And that's the yellow one, which is smaller. And usually lighter colors are less hot. So now if I take a red one, this one might be a little bit hotter. But we'll see. That one popped too. That one tastes good too. I almost want to say the red one might be more riper. It tastes a little bit more fruity. But also a little bit more hot too. That's a good way to describe it. So I think the red ones, just like if you're eating a habanero, if you eat orange one and a red one, the red one's going to be a little bit hotter. The regular Aji, the more white or yellow, is less ripe, and then the orange ones are the more ripe ones on those usually. So that's what you're getting on those. All right, now let's cut one of each open. Let's do the cut in half and see just what they look like inside. I could kind of feel seeds in the inner and both of them. I think they were pretty full. But it's weird how they pop.
Excuse me.
It's kind of a weird little one. They have more of a coating really than a center. It's kind of interesting. Yeah. So especially that yellow one, if you can get that, it has a thick outer layer, and it's just packed with like the insides here. The red one got a lot on the one side and not quite as much on the other side going on. but a little compact center to them. With the yellow ones have more thick of an outside. So again, the other ones might not be quite as ripe. I'm not positive, or if they're two different crosses, there's a yellow and a red. I'm not positive on how they're raised that way. But here we go. Let's do it one more time here. Oh, they're nice and crispy. I like the texture of these. The heat level's nice. And it's kind of fruity. I can see why people like to add the Aji Charapita. Yeah. Oh, I got one stuck. It's not really as hot as it appears. Sometimes when you get it stuck by the wrong tube, kind of does that too a little bit. I would say heat level, though, overall on these. Average person's going to be probably about an 8. Oh, no!
Oh.
I'm still going to eat it anyway. 5-second rule. 5-second rule. I think it was a little more 5 seconds.
Is that a seed on the table, too?
Oh, yeah, I lost the bush of seeds and the inside. So, great flavor on these. Usually people crush them up, ground them, put them in foods. Some of the people who had talked about these like to put them in like a soup, or like oat coating on like a chicken, or on like a stir fry or something like that. Aji Charapita. These ones are pretty new. The Aji Charapita crossed with habanero. They have good heat, good flavor. So, Chris Miller, thank you so much for sending these to me. I still have some left. He sent me a bag of them. So, I still have some yellows and reds left, and I could use those for potentially ground sauce, or cooking with them, or just eating them for enjoyment, because they are really a good pepper. All right. I hope you enjoyed my review. Thanks again. I have some more pods to review, and of course other challenges and reviews to do. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you're having a good weekend, and we'll see you next time on the Mr. Brad Worden Show.